Hey, good morning, everyone. Hey, I wanted to bring up first aid CPR training. So, as we know, everyone that's working with children in classrooms needs to make sure they go through the first aid CPR module that is available on PDIS if you're having to look for it. I originally had made my own module, which I absolutely love, and it's super short, sweet, but there is one on PDIS for everyone to use, which is approved and which is great. What's maybe not great is getting your staff CPR first aid trained. Locating a local class can be difficult, and then of course it's pretty expensive, right? So I want to mention two things real quick because I'm looking for anyone that's wanting to become an instructor. So about 10 or 12 years ago, my wife and I became American Ross instructors. You can do that by having your own CPR first aid certification, and it just has to be adult CPR first aid AED. That's the base certification required to be an instructor, and you could have received that through American Red Cross, American Heart, several other top acknowledged programs. Okay, and then what needs to happen is you register for a 2-day instructor class. It's 2 days. It's 2 hours of pre-class online work and then 15 hours of class time. Wait, don't stop. Don't stop this recording because I know you're like, forget that, I'm out. However, hear me out. If you do this 2-day class, and I broke down the cost because I'm looking at trying to encourage a few other director, owners, or any individual, any professional could jump in with us to take this class. So the class size, there's one instructor for anywhere from 3 students to 6. And so the ratio is 6 to 1. How about that? If we have 3 instructors that enroll in this class, the cost is going to be about $410 a piece for the 2-day class. If we have 6 instructors or students take the class, the cost is going to be around about $365, something like that. And so what I'm interested in doing is seeing if anyone is wanting to retake this class. The reason why I did the certification so long ago is because that way I could control the frequency of when I did CPR first aid trainings, as well as some of the quality, specifically when it comes to, it gives me an opportunity when I'm teaching my own staff members, the opportunity to make the segues from the life-saving trainings and skills that you're teaching into the classroom and into field trips. So I really feel like my staff and our program has benefited greatly by being able to be in control of the class. And you have to follow their curriculum to the T, of course, which is great. But again, you can have those crossway segments and conversations. Again, the frequency is critical as well as the cost. Now, we'll put down in the comments, I'll do a little research. But the cost of taking a class can be anywhere from $135 on the top end, probably. It seems like I remember sending staff to St. Mary's Hospital years ago for $30. Then I think the price went up to $75 for the class. And we're talking about first aid CPR class. But I'll again pay attention to the comments below coming soon, and I'll break down the cost of doing the class for staff, for your own staff members. It's still kind of expensive. This is how American Red Cross supports their online programs and their instructors and that kind of stuff. You don't get paid to do it, of course. You're going to commit your time to teach the class to your staff members. But I really think it'd be advantageous if we had some additional instructors here in our field. And maybe, think about this. If we had 4 instructors, myself being one, and we all committed to teach a class once a quarter, how cool would that be to send our staff to each other's class and get them trained? Just a note in case you're thinking about this. I am not going to be Mason County's American Red Cross Child Care instructor for CPR First Aid. Again, my commitment is for my program when it comes to training and so forth. So what I would do is I would teach it for my program, my staff every May, right before summer. I felt like that was a good timing with some staff just getting ready for summer and all the things we do, running outside and spending a lot of time on field trips and other things. And then so my staff would either take it this year or the following year. You can also teach the standard precautions. Okay, so that certifies you through this instructor program to be able to teach that and meet that requirement for your staff. So anyway, if you have any interest, we're going to talk about this briefly a little bit at the Directors Network event tomorrow, which is April 18th at Colorado Christian University. Hope to see you there at 1 o'clock. Give me a heads up if you haven't RSVP'd already. So again, we'll talk about this opportunity, and send me an email at MacyCountyKids@gmail if you're interested. But what I'm looking to do is work to coordinate a couple of dates. And listen, that the weather's getting beautiful. I am not interested in tying up anybody's weekend. So this is going to be hard. I really want to try to find a couple of back-to-back days in the middle of the week. And I know that can be tough, but if this is ringing any bells for you and you'd like to maybe get on board, or you know somebody that is able to do that, they only have to be 16 years old to be an American Red Cross instructor and have their trainings done. But I'm looking to retake the class to get a fresh start, the instructor training, and but love to have a conversation with anybody that might be interested. Anyway, have a great day, and God bless.